Good morning. This is Josh Hayes with Hedge Plus, and here's today's market monitor. Well, we start the week in a pretty positive position. We're seeing, I think what we're really seeing is that the markets have accepted that these tariff battles are not going to be anywhere near anyone's worst fears. We're making progress on trade deals, though nothing is yet to be announced. But just take a look at what money managers have done, adding 71,000 corn contracts to extend their long positions and 76.6 thousand soybean contracts, which is the largest 1 week total for soybean contracts since about a year ago. And this all came as part of the largest net egg buying in 6 months. So all that fear that was priced in and that risk that they lowered for themselves, they're reversing course and getting aggressive and going long again. So that's a definite positive. They did have a small amount of net buying with wheat, though they still remain short overall with wheat. But soybeans have flipped to a long position, and corn is an extended long position. So that's a definite positive sign and acceptance that the fear of any kind of tariff wars or trade battles or complete loss of demand of U.S. agriculture, that seems to be off the table for now. And there hasn't been any slowdown in exports. That's obviously been a big part of their acceptance of that fact and removing that fear. We had another solid export sales report on Thursday, and then over the weekend, there's been talk of progressing deals with the EU, primarily led by Italy, and then also Japan, and even some positive movement with China. Nothing major, but just China's assigning of a delegate to handle trade talks with the U.S., just at minimum an indication that they do want to make a deal. On the bearish side, we do have some forward movement on the Trump administration plans to charge fees to inbound Chinese ships. That is now apparently going to be an individual charge on ships themselves, not a port fee. And there does sound like there will be some exemptions and also lower amounts than originally thrown out there or feared. So that's both somewhat of a positive and a negative. It's a negative, the fact that people are still worried about these fees and how it might slow down some trade with China. But at least it sounds like it's not nearly to the degree that was originally feared. And then also favorable weather and increased acreage has resulted in, I've seen raised forecasts for all three of corn, beans, and wheat. Corn was international and global totals raised. Soybeans were raised estimates out of Argentina, and wheat was raised totals out of Russia. So favorable weather has allowed increases across the board, which remains to be seen what we'll get. But that's for the now, that's somewhat bearish. Taking a look at the weather, rain continues in the eastern Corn Belt, the Delta, the Southeast. That's definitely looking like it's going to cause some delays in planting, in addition to replanting in areas that had been recently flooded. The other story out of the U.S. is that hard red winter wheat areas are expected to see sporadic rain. We still have quite a deficit in places like Nebraska and Kansas, but the forecast I heard just this morning seemed to indicate a healthy amount of rain headed at least towards Kansas, but until it actually falls, there's quite a deficit to come back from there. Favorable rains for the safrinha crop in Brazil for the next 10 days. Really continues to sound as though they will not have any issues. They did have a delay getting that crop into the ground by about 2 to 3 weeks, which meant they would need rain all the way through to the end of April, and it definitely appears as though they are going to get that. In China, they had some weekend rains finally. It gives them a slight reprieve from the drought conditions they've had there, but it's definitely a situation where they need more rain to come yet. I tried to unveil this slide on Thursday. If I recall correctly, the numbers did not appear. Hopefully that's fixed, but these are international cash prices. Hopefully everyone can see this, but it does show that we have the cheapest corn in the world right now, and that's obviously why our exports there have remained strong. Not quite as competitive with soybeans, but that's to be expected with both Brazil and Argentina. Their crop coming to market right now. And then we also have the lowest priced wheat with the with our soft red winter wheat that is coming to the market, and that is at the lowest price right now. So competitive on exports, definitely competitive on corn, and we'll see what happens to soybean prices as more and more product coming out of South America hits the market. A quick look at the prices this morning. Pretty even in relation to where we were on Thursday morning. While we're up about 3 cents on corn and beans since Thursday's close. Corn, we are up about 3 cents since Thursday morning. Soybeans are about even, and wheat's actually down about 2. But as I look now, since I put this graphic together, wheat has now moved into the positive territory this morning and is up about a penny over Thursday's close. That's all for today. Welcome back from the weekend. Hope everyone had a great Easter, and look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.